But it was his next idea, in my opinion, that was the game changer.
Oh, my word. Are you kidding me? Look at it. It is perfect. I mean, I didn't realize it would actually be in this kind of condition.
Oh, no,
it looks
no.
like...
They did everything right when they restored this car to its original movie configuration.
It's unbelievable. I mean, look, the time circuits are on.
It's identical to how it looked in the movie.
The idea of time travel was popularized in H.G. Wells' 1895 novel, The Time Machine. But the concept of being able to move between the past, present, and future goes back much further. From ancient Hindu mythology, Buddhist scripture, Japanese legends, to right here, in the great deserts of the Southwest, where Native American tribes spun tales of
Josh!
Are you Christopher Lloyd?
Who?
The actor, Christopher Lloyd.
Actor? Son? I am a doctor. I have a PhD in science.
Dr. Brown? Doc Brown?
In the flesh.
Okay, I know what you're thinking. Me, Josh Gates, an actual person on TV, meeting Doc Brown, a fictional person from the movies. Believe me, I am just as confused as you are.
I need your help.
Okay, this is a crazy person. I'm just gonna...
Something has to be done.
Hey, is that me?
Yes, that's you.
And Michael J. Fox? And you, Christopher Lloyd?
Look at the car.
Is it disappearing?
Precisely. This event is supposed to happen weeks from now. But something's wrong. And if it doesn't happen for the Michael J. Fox Foundation, well, trust me, it has to happen.
So what can I do?
Find this handsome older man. Find the car. Get it to Michael. The future depends on it. Any more questions?
Just one. You built a time machine out of a Tesla?
I didn't build it. It's a firmware update.
Okay, so that just happened. And just like that, it looks like I'm embarking on the adventure of a lifetime. I'm Josh Gates, and this is Expedition Back to the Future. I was a kid when Back to the Future first premiered on July 3rd, 1985. But the effect it had on me has remained through the years, shaping the way I watch and appreciate movies. It was just so perfect, an instant classic. And oh, the DeLorean? There was nothing in the world cooler than that DeLorean time machine.
The way I see it, if you're gonna build a time machine into a car, why not do it with some style?
That car, without a doubt, is one of, if not the, most famous movie cars of all time. And what's fascinating is the movie and the car can only exist in tandem. You can't think about DeLoreans without thinking about the movie. And you certainly can't think about the movie without conjuring images of the DeLorean.
Look!
And now, according to this newspaper, I've got to find this car and bring it to Michael J. Fox. And so, my journey begins with a trip to a mystical land defying the ravages of time. Okay, folks, try to stay calm here. I know all of this seems pretty surreal, but indulge me. We just drove onto the back lot at Universal, which opened over 100 years ago, and where some of the most iconic movies of all time were filmed, including, of course, Back to the Future. This is where they built the clock tower. It's Hill Valley. I know, it's just too cool to believe. And I'm gonna meet the guy who helped create one of the most important movies of my childhood.
It's gotta be a dream.
When was the last time you saw him?
Ah, there he is. Only one man could birth the idea of Back to the Future with that incredible brain. Josh, this is that man, Bob Gale.
Hey, Chris, over here.
I'm terribly sorry. Uncanny resemblance.
Sorry.
There he is.
Fancy meeting you here.
Hey! I want you to meet a very recent acquaintance of mine, Josh
Gates. Josh Gates.
Gates, yeah.
How you doing?
Good, nice to meet you. Pleasure.
I gotta tell you, he comes to me out of the blue and tells me that he met the real Doc.
Doesn't matter, doesn't matter. We're looking for the time machine from the movie, the actual car. Can you help?
I'm afraid that's going to be a bit of a problem.
Where was the idea for Back to the Future born?
Back to the Future came about when I was visiting my parents and found my father's high school yearbook in the basement. And I discovered my dad had been the president of his graduating class.
Wow.
I had no idea. And I thought about the president of my graduating class, who was somebody who I would have absolutely nothing to do with. And I said, gee, if I'd have gone to high school with my dad, would I have even been friends with him?
Right.
And boom, that's when the lightning bolt struck me, and I said, oh, there's a great idea for a movie. A kid goes back in time and ends up in high school with his dad.
All right, Bob's dad seems pretty cool. Not only was he the class president, but he was in almost every club in school. Except, I'd like to point out, he wasn't in the Dungeons and Dragons club like yours truly. And though Back to the Future started with this idea of meeting his dad in high school,
What? You're George McFly.
Marty's dad, George, obviously was not based on Bob's dad.
You guys are being real mature. Maybe we were adopted.
At least not the version we meet first. Because, of course, later he becomes...
Hello.
Is it true that in the earliest drafts of Back to the Future that the time machine wasn't a car?
That's absolutely correct.
What was it?
It was a chamber built from an old refrigerator. And Doc Brown had to haul it around on the back of a pickup truck. And when we finally got the movie into pre-production, one day Bob Zemeckis comes in the office and he says, wouldn't it be smarter if Doc had built the time machine into a car so it would be mobile?
Back to the Future director and co-creator Bob Zemeckis. He was a huge reason this trilogy became what it is today. His movie shortlist includes Who Framed Roger Rabbit, Castaway, and Forrest Gump.
Action!
His vision guided every part of the Back to the Future films. But it was his next idea, in my opinion, that was the game changer.
Oh, my word. Are you kidding me? Look at it. It is perfect. I mean, I didn't realize it would actually be in this kind of condition.
Oh, no,
it
no,
looks
no.
like...
They did everything right when they restored this car to its original movie configuration.
It's unbelievable. I mean, look, the time circuits are on.
It's identical to how it looked in the movie.
Is this the one that came out of the bread truck in the beginning?
This is the one that came out of the truck onto the pavement.
Got me, the car, the car!